with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good afternoon, I'm Elspeth Meisner, and thank you for joining us for your Erie News Now Weekend NOWCAST. We start with the very latest vaccine data across our region for Saturday. In the past 24 hours, there's been over 3,000 new vaccinations in Erie County, thanks to many mass vaccine clinics in our area. So far, 15% of our population has been vaccinated. Over in Crawford County, there's been 1,500 new vaccinations in the past day, and in Warren County, there's just over 200 new vaccines to report. Statewide, all these numbers contribute to over 100,000 new vaccinations in the past day or so. Now, other new information about some of those vaccine clinics. Thousands of people in our region received COVID-19 vaccinations on Friday. AHN St. Vincent held a mass vaccine clinic at the Erie Insurance Arena, where nearly 2,000 people received their first doses. Hospital leaders say we could start seeing these clinics happening more and more frequently. Multicultural resource centers also around Erie partnered with AHN to help people in certain communities receive the vaccine, especially those with language barriers. And at the same time yesterday, the Meadville Medical Center held a vaccine clinic at the People's Building on Park Avenue Plaza. It was open to anybody in Phase 1A who was registered in advance and for all those qualified, but you didn't have to live in Crawford County. Meadville Medical Center is holding at least 2 more vaccine clinics, one on March 31st and another one on April 2nd. You can sign up on the Meadville Medical Center's website to get registered for those. And while the vaccination efforts is great news, it doesn't take away from the loss that so many people have experienced over the last year. COVID-19 has taken over 400 lives right here in Erie County. That's why 2 local teenagers are working to honor their memory. Meet Catherine Maynard and Michaela Urich. They're sophomores at Mercier's Prep. After battling COVID-19 herself, Catherine became aware of those in our community who had a much more challenging fight. So her and her friend Michaela are making a memorial for COVID-19 victims. The girls are asking families who have lost somebody to the virus to donate a swatch of their clothing. They plan on stitching the items together in a memorial quilt. They say they want the project to serve as a reminder that the victims are more than numbers.
These people aren't just numbers, they're real people, and this way we think we can show that these are real people. They all have a favorite sports team or favorite band or favorite anything, favorite color. Like they're real people, and this is a way to show that they are.
And if somebody you know who has passed away due to COVID-19 and that can be honored through this project, you can contact the 2 girls through their Instagram page at Quilts for COVID Erie or email them at quiltsforcoviderie@gmail.com. Turning now to more national news, a Crawford County man is facing federal charges for entering the U.S. Capitol during the riot on January 6th. Jeremy Vorez was arrested on Friday and is also charged with disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds and obstruction. Investigators say they received 2 tips with screenshots from his own Facebook page showing him at the Capitol building that day. During an interview with the FBI, he admitted to being at the Capitol and inside the building, but said he did not plan to commit any violence. Vorez is free on bond and set to return to court on April 1st. Earlier this week, we told you how the Anna Shelter rescue crews found over 150 animals, some alive and some dead, left in cages without food or water in a barn in Crawford County. Well, since then, the Anna Shelter asked for community support in adopting some of these animals, since housing them all at one place was simply impossible. The shelter was amazed at the community support to help take in these animals. They sorted through all the animals on Friday and helped find homes for ones that were healthy enough to be cleared by the vet.
Our community is amazing, and we had so many people reach out to us over the last 24 hours willing to rehome some of these guys, and I mean, you can look at them all eating and drinking. I mean, they were all hungry and thirsty, so getting them into where they're going to thrive and be loved is going to be great.
And we still don't have all the details right now, but the director of the Anna Shelter does say that the person who left all these animals is being held responsible. Happening right now, an art auction titled Art for Andrew is underway to benefit a young man battling a very rare form of cancer. For the next few hours, people can stop by the Art Lore Studio on Westlake Road and bid on art pieces, all from local artists from all over the entire region. From veteran artists to young artists, they all came out to donate their time and art to support the Dorick family. All the proceeds made today will benefit Andrew Dorick. He's an 18-year-old battling a rare form of cancer that can only be treated by a doctor in Budapest.
I'd just like to say thank you to the amazing artists that came together for this. Nobody had to push them; they just did it, and it's heartwarming to see. It's a fantastic community to live in.
There's over 55 pieces on display, and they're all up for auction. This will continue to go on until all the art is sold. They also have multiple Facebook Lives planned throughout the day, so if you can't make it there in person, you can still see how it's going online. And another event going on right now, if you're looking to get into the spring season or the spring spirit, well, the Erie Home and Garden Expo at the Bayfront Convention Center is going on right now, and it might be the place for you. The event is following all safety protocols, like limiting the number of people at the expo at one time. But if you want to check out the gardening ideas up close and personal, you'll be able to do that from a number of different venues. Erie News Now talked to a few people visiting the exhibits about what got them inside the doors.
There's 4 projects that she has me ready for. So.
We're just looking at everything we got down here. So, I mean, it's just making the grounds. It's just great to get out and see people, see things going on, and just get back to normal.
I just love going to the home shows and getting ideas about things I can do on my house, paint colors, and I have a lot of things I need to work on now, so I want to get information from the different vendors.
We are looking for outside greenery and patio maintenance.
We're getting ready to put up a fence in the backyard, and then we want to do some decking, and then we might have some electrical work done in the backyard, and things like that.
And tickets for the Erie Home and Garden Expo must be purchased in advance. They're $5 for adults. We do have a link on where to get the tickets on our website, erienewsnow.com. It runs until 8 p.m. today, and we'll have a full recap of the day's events. Erie News Now is also a proud sponsor of the Expo. And sticking to more spring events and outdoor activities, good news for outdoor enthusiasts as outdoor programs are planning to return to Pennsylvania state parks starting next weekend. The Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources will offer outdoor programming lined up with CDC guidelines. Starting next Sunday, April 4th, outdoor in-person programs can start with a limit of 40 people per program. People will still have to wear masks and socially distance. Visitor centers will be able to open with a 75% capacity. DCNR officials say the monthly visits to Pennsylvania state parks have increased since the beginning of the pandemic. And also going on this weekend in our area and around the world, Palm Sunday. This marks the first week of Holy Week and the last week of Lent, which all leads up to Easter Sunday. Local churches will celebrate Palm Sunday with the blessing and distribution of palm branches. This year, the Catholic Diocese says they've had to adjust by changing foot washing rituals and baptizing new members of the church differently. But they say their parishes are prepared to host in-person services safely, and they hope people will still come out to worship.
I think as the season continues, as people are getting vaccinations, as people feel more comfortable coming back into worship, yes, as with everything so far in the pandemic, we'll have to adjust as we go.
The Diocese of Erie has a list of all the area churches holding Palm Sunday Masses. That list on our website, erienewsnow.com. And we want to finish off today with some very exciting news before we go. A taste of sweet success for the Cathedral Prep Ramblers basketball team after winning Friday's big game in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Take a listen. Defeated Archbishop Ryan 69-49 and captured the 5A state basketball title. It was the third state title for the basketball team for the Ramblers, but they're not alone. Villa Maria is also playing the state championship today. To see the full highlights, tune into Erie News Now starting at 6 o'clock this evening. And that does it for your Erie News Now Weekend Nowcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to tune into Erie News Now this evening for all the latest news, weather, and sports at 6 o'clock tonight. Have a great day.